Yes, hello. Once again, my name is Jason Grant Garza, and I have a lot of public comment regarding this issue. I've made comments about Mr. Hartz. I've made comments about the Ethics Commission.
Excuse me, sir, did you speak on this issue already?
If you're just taking public comment, I obviously couldn't have.
I believe you offered facts and evidence in support of the complainant.
But that's not public comment, is it?
Sir, once you do that, then you become part of the party in interest, and you are no longer eligible to make public comment.
Oh, that's okay. I'll just wait till public comment. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else have public comment? Thank you.
Sorry, Ray, I tried.
2 minutes or 3?
2 minutes right now, thank you.
Peter Warfield, Executive Director of Library Users Association. Thank you for the discussion you've been having and the questions that you've been having. This, in fact, is not being reheard. It was already determined, and the decision was that Luis Herrera is in violation, and on page P9, Mr. Herrera and the Library Commission shall make the changes necessary to include the public comment summaries in the body of the minutes for the Library Commission's regular meetings held on, and so on and so on and so forth, within 5 business days of the issuance of this order. It hasn't happened, and that's what you're here to determine. Now, I've heard so much shucking and jiving from the library, a wholesale violator over and over again over many years. It's pretty pathetic. The fact that the anonymous citizen provides his summaries 2 weeks after the meeting, the minutes aren't approved. The minutes aren't approved until a month or more later. The library has 2 meetings a month and waits a month. So there's no reason they couldn't include Mr. Hartz's or the anonymous citizen. And there's no reason they couldn't include somebody who sent it 3 months later, even after their approval. You've heard this nonsense thrown out about, oh gee, maybe the accuracy of the summaries isn't really so accurate. Baloney, that's never happened. We have given summaries, the anonymous citizen routinely does for years. Mr. Hartz has, there's never been an issue. The Ethics Commission was cited by the civil grand jury as the sleeping watchdog. Sleeping watchdog. So please, follow Member Monet and don't act based on the expectation of what they will do. You have to do the right thing yourselves, and that is to do as the motion recommends from Mr. Nee. Thank you.
Thank you. Member Oka?
Yes. My reading of what the new guidelines that the Ethics Commission has, I'm in agreement with Member Nee, and I think it is going to make the Commission do its own work, which it should anyway. And I think if we don't refer this back to them to make things right for the public, we're not doing our job.
Thank you. Is there any more public comment? If not, I'd like to take, there's a motion, it has been motioned and seconded.
Yes.
To refer this to
The
the Ethics Commission.
with finding of willful violation. I believe section 67.16, which has to do with the minutes. And then 67.34 is the actual willful violation finding. So we're referring then section 67.16 and 67.34.
So we're doing a violation of those two. 716, 6734. Madam Clerk, will you take a roll call vote? Thank you. Member Nee?
Aye.
Nominee I, Member Monet.
Aye.
Member Monet I, Member Washburn.
Aye.
Member Washburn I, Member Pilpel.
No.
Member Pilpel, no. Member Sims.
Aye.
Member Sims I, Member Highland.
Aye.
Member Highland I, Member Oka.
Aye.
Member Oka I, Member Fisher.
Aye.
Member Fisher I, Member Grant.
Aye.
You have 8 ayes, 1 no.
Great. I know on the agenda we have the next case, but it is 5:30, so I would like to take at this time public comment, general public comment. Each time we'll take a break. So is a 2-minute time limit, and
Okay, once again, my name is Jason Grant Garza, and we were just talking about Ray Hertz's case, and I realize that this is just general public comment. There's a couple of public comments that I want to make real quickly. As far as the agenda being switched around, I would have loved to have stayed here and commented on item number 10, the due process is going to be voted out of existence during the voting of the non-present members, which will amount to a no. Now, going back to the first thing that I was going to talk about as far as Mr. Hertz and what's being included. For example, you know, when it comes to minutes and stuff like that, we have, as of today, I received the complaints 2011 thing, and my particular case, 11081, it says here specifically that the presentations were made and that the DPH had established a method for me to receive my medical records without a signature. Now, let's not forget that in that particular case, my medical records were ruled to not be able to be released to me because their HIPAA expert had gotten up and testified that I was not allowed to them, and Mr. Wolf had, you know, subsequently diverted that finding. Then the Department of Public Health, along with the city, your city attorney, their HIPAA expert, you know, all say that I was wrong. Now what's being phrased in this is that they have said, you know, that it's okay for me to pick up my medical records, but they were never held accountable for the fraud and the lies and the misdirection that they gave you, that denied me the medical records. That is the reason. And it says right here that I am failing to comply. It is not I who am failing to comply. It is you guys who are failing to comply, and hold them accountable for everything wrong that they told you, and the fact that I continue to ask for the HIPAA expert, which never has appeared to this date, Mr. Wolf. If you type my name into a Google search engine, you will read all the articles in the San Francisco Bay Guardian regarding this HIPAA expert and your failures, your constant failures. If you go to my own private Guantanamo.com, you will see where the city attorney has given incorrect advice and been held accountable for it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi,
Hi.
my name is Paula Dadish, and I have a pending complaint against the Arts Commission. It was filed in July, and it won't be heard until March because of the backlog, because it took a while to get a quorum. And basically, I live in New York, and I've been waiting patiently for this item to come up on your agenda. And I know it's out of the ordinary for you to advance a case, but I'd be asking for that to happen.
Have you submitted something to the clerk about this?
Oh, it's an ongoing, not a
Okay.
something.
That's because the clerk
Great,
never
thank you.
responds.
Thank you so much.
Members of the task force, Ray Hart, Director of San Francisco Open Government. Each and every agenda for city bodies has the Know Your Rights under the Sunshine Ordinance, but my understanding is, and I think here probably is also, most citizens don't have any knowledge that the law even exists, let alone what their rights are under it. A lot of the cases I bring are not simply because my own rights are being violated, but I watch repeatedly going to multiple city meetings, citizens being denied the ability to comment. I myself was told and had, in fact, yesterday I went before the Board of Supervisors and showed them 14 orders of determination finding various city bodies and agencies in violation of the ordinance that this body has issued. And basically it is really something that is egregious in the sense that, number one, citizens' rights are violated on a repeated basis, and the people who are sitting on these boards and commissions